Google just released Gemini 3 and I made this app to test it whether you can really wipe code. Make me a silent timer app. I'm going to tell it to make it in Kotlin and in Android Studio. I'm going to also tell it to keep it simple and aesthetic. So let's go. Quick note, for your convenience, I made the rating for Gemini into two parts. For the first part, for rating, skip to 325. For the second part, skip to 447. Thank you. So I just had to wait for it to think, and now you can see that it's uploading the code extremely fast. I will also show you my internet speed. You can see that it's very fast, so my internet speed is not slowing Gemini down. And you can see that it made two files, one for the layout and one for the main logic, and it's separated it. So overall the starting seems very good. Now let's continue. So I made the empty views activity that it told me, and I'm going to copy and paste the code that it gave me. After copy and pasting the code that it gave me, we can now see the layout. We can also see the errors that it showed up. There are not many errors. The red ones are the serious ones, and the others are like a warning. It's not really that important, but I'm going to send them to Gemini and let's see how we can fix it. Now Gemini said that it will generate 5 files, but turns out it forgot to give one. Well, it was not a major problem, but it's just starting out and it started making mistakes. I'm disappointed. After telling it to give the file that it forgot to give me, I copied and pasted all of them. Gemini told me to make a new file, and I made that and copied and pasted all the code it gave me. After installing the app, we can see that the background and the app looks very simple. It's all black and blue. There is a reset option. We can use it to reset after setting the time. And after waiting for a while, I realized Gemini just made a silent timer, not a silent mode timer. I wanted a silent mode timer, something that turns silent mode on for a certain amount of time, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I thought the Gemini would understand it, but it seems it did not understand it. So after explaining it to Gemini, we started copying and pasting the code again. Gemini again misunderstood. Now I had to tell it in extreme detail. Anyways, I continued on with the project. Now after copying and pasting the code for a while, I can see that it's basically looks the same, and we can set the time. I'm going to set a time. And now when I click the start focus, we see the permissions page, so it means that the silent mode is working. Now after waiting, we can see that the silent mode indeed turned off and the background turned green. So yeah, it worked as a silent mode timer, and Gemini did what I told it to do. For understanding my prompt for the first part, I will rate this a 2 out of 10. Because I had to explain it twice and it made me something else. Like I asked for a silent mode timer, it gave me a silent timer. Now let's focus on some design and more complex things. I had to copy and paste a lot of files, so I'm just going to fast forward through them, and within 3, 2, 1, now we're back. So now we can see that there are some presets and the add button. So we can see there is 1 minute preset, and we can also drag the handles to select a preset like 13 minutes. We can also long press the preset to delete it. We can select the 1 minute and check if the functionality works or not. After waiting for this app's timer to finish, we can see that the background turned green and the silent mode turned off. So we can see that the functionality works as well as the reset button works. So I also added one feature that every 60 minutes the power color changes. I will change it to every 12 hours so it can indicate to AM and PM. But there is some problem with this app. This is not polished at all, but I want to upload this video right now. So if you want a part 2 or you want this app in the Play Store, please let me know. I would love to upload it in the Play Store. So for understanding my prompt for the second part, I would rate this at 8 out of 10. It did a fantastic job and it did everything I wanted it to do. Now for the third part, which is in part 2 of the video. So I hope that I can provide you more info on that after I make that video. So for now, I'm just going to give question mark for it. But overall, 5 out of 10, which is pretty bad. I would give it's pretty bad for Gemini 3. Gemini 2.5, the previous version, was much better at understanding my prompts. For code without pen, I'm going to give it a big 8 out of 10 for both parts. It did really well. When there were errors, I could just tell Gemini to remove them and it worked. So that was very nice. So the question remains, can Gemini 3 wipe code? The answer is almost. If Gemini 3 can understand what I tell it to do, then it can be used for wipe coding. Have a good day and bye.